Look at this. This is the new Flylens 85 from Tinywhoop. We've got a naked O3 air unit on board, some really nice looking LEDs, a takeoff weight of about 100 grams, and it's all powered off of a tiny 2S LiPo. Alright, so this is the Flylens 85. We're really starting to see more and more of these O3 capable Tinywhoops, and even though this isn't the smallest one I've seen, what makes this one unique is that they actually use a naked O3 air unit. If you're curious what a naked O3 air unit is, I have an entire separate video showing you how to disassemble an O3 air unit and reassembling it on the new Tinywhoop naked O3 case. That's actually what's installed on this drone. So I'll leave a link to that video up in the corner and down in the description. In this configuration, without a battery, this thing weighs only 73 grams, and with a 2S 450 milliamp LiPo like I have here, it weighs just over 100 grams. Since we have the O3 air unit on board, we do have the ability to film in 4K and then stabilize after the fact in a program like Gyroflow, and with that you can get some pretty nice results. I feel like the video quality of the O3 air unit has really improved since its initial release, and it's getting closer and closer to GoPro quality. So in addition to the naked O3 air unit version that I have here, you can also get a version that has a full-sized O3 air unit. You can get it with a Vista unit, there's a walk snail version, HD0 option, and there's a plug and play option where you can just install whatever VTX you want. Receiver wise, I have the ELRS version right here, and the ELRS receiver is actually built right into the flight controller, but you can get this with Crossfire, FrSky, or a plug and play option if you want to put your own receiver on here. They also have a version that comes with a GPS on it. I've said this before, but I really have no idea why you would want a GPS on a drone like this. It just doesn't make sense to me. I put GPS on my drones that are long range, and unless you're using that GPS for remote ID, I really don't see why you would need a GPS on a drone like this. But Tinywhoop offers it on their site if you want a GPS. So we've got the naked camera mounted up front on its own separate little vibration dampening kind of platform thing. This is going to help prevent any jello in the O3 camera footage when stabilizing. This is a nice design. You can't really see it, but the flight controller is right above the O3 air unit, and you have the USB access right here. The flight controller on board is Tinywhoop's Goku F405 12 amp all-in-one board. Like I said earlier, this has the ELRS receiver built right into it. It also has an MPU 6000 gyro, a barometer, a couple built-in LEDs, and it weighs like 4 grams. It's a nice little flight controller for a drone like this. In between the flight controller and the O3 air unit is a little LED controller board, and that connects to the LEDs in this ring. So they sent me a couple additional colors, and you can easily swap these out. There's a little plug on here. You just plug out the old one, take the LEDs off, plug this one in, and then put it up into the channel. There's a channel in this prop guard that is like the perfect size for these LEDs. So just pull it out, push in the new ones, and you have a new color. The LEDs are pretty bright. They're cob LEDs. Mine came with blue, but you can also get red, green, white, and pink, I think. So, looks pretty cool. For motors and props, we've got Tinywhoop's Robo 1003 14,800 kV motors, and the props, we have Gemfan 2015 bi-blade props. I am curious how this drone would perform with tri-blades, but unfortunately I don't have any to test out on it, so we're gonna stick to these bi-blades. My drone came with an additional battery strap. For a battery strap on this drone, you have this little TPU piece right here. This one says 750, so this is meant for a 750. I've been using it with a 450 and it holds it perfectly fine. It slides around, but when you have it plugged in, it's not gonna go anywhere. But they also include, where is it? But they also include this one, and this one is for a, if you guys can read that. This one's for a 1000 milliamp 2S LiPo, so you can fit a bigger battery on here. I'm gonna be using a 450, and we're gonna be seeing about 3 to 4 minute flight time, so nothing crazy. All right, enough talking about the specs on this thing. Let's take this outside and fly it. Originally, I wanted to use this for a drone tour, but I didn't get the chance. Instead, I started flying around this parking lot while I had to charge my car. So I did adjust the tune on it a little bit because I wanted to just try to get some cinematic looking shots. The tune out of the box is really good for freestyle, so I just kind of dialed down the rates a little bit for slower cruising instead of freestyle. This thing is a lot of fun to fly. Compared to the Pavo Pico, this one is more so meant for freestyle, while I feel like the Pavo Pico is more meant for fly-throughs and potentially real estate FPV. The only thing that I really have with this drone is I'm just concerned about the overall durability of this bottom case. This thing is really thin plastic, and when it's protecting a $230 video transmitter, I am hesitant to keep a naked O3 air unit in it. So personally, the drone flies awesome, but if I were to buy one, it would probably just be a full-size O3 version. If this bottom cage was made out of CNC aluminum or something, even if it added a couple grams, I would be a lot more confident keeping a naked O3 in there. Otherwise, the drone flies awesome. The tune out of the box is great. The rates are a little high, so you might want to play with those a little bit, but otherwise it flew nice and smooth. The LEDs on the prop guards look sick, and they're actually pretty bright, and it's nice that they have them in a couple different colors. With the 450 milliamp that I have here, this is a GNB 450, I was getting about 3.5 minutes total. So with a 750, you'd probably get 5 minutes, and then with a 1000 milliamp, you'd probably get 7 to 8 minutes. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. If this helped you out or you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more FPV content. Leave this video a like, and if you have any questions about the Flylens 85, leave a comment down below.